Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to the Armory. Welcome to Full Time Sports Network. Welcome to people on X. Hope everyone is doing well. We are here to do the Champions League match preview for tonight's game of Arsenal versus Dinamo Zagreb, match 7. We'll get on to that in a minute. Big up to Temmie, who's already in the house, saying evening, Bobby. Evening, Temmie. Hope you're doing well. Loving the intro as always. At this point, I'll take Sanogo on loan. Just sign someone, please. We will sign someone. But look, the window doesn't close till the 3rd of Feb. So this week, I did say things would develop, and they are. So it's all going to plan at the moment. So fingers crossed. Next week will be a good week. That's how I'm looking at it. Big up to Chris, saying big up. Hope you're well. Hope you're well too, Chris. Carlisle playing this week. I've noticed there's been some league games this week. I didn't know if your team's playing. Big up to Arsenal above all, saying hi, Bobby. Hi to you. Hope you are doing well. Don't know how I feel about tonight. Well, stick around, and what I would say is let's look forward to the chosen squads tonight, because there's some interesting ones. If we go that way, I don't know how I'm going to feel about tonight. I'll be honest. Look, we need to win. Do I feel we need to go full strength? Probably not full strength, but we do need to play a majority of our first team. I would like to see some players given a chance. Kabir, just some of our youth, just one or two would be nice. Just give some of them a bit of a shot. Kakuri would be nice as well. I'd love to see Kakuri, mainly just so I could say Maldini's on the pitch for Arsenal. It's pretty much all I want to do. I just want to say Maldini's play for Arsenal. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Big up to Simba, saying big up. Our windows are always soap dramas. They are. And look, the January window is the worst of all windows. I hate it. I hate this window. You have to, when you're trying to buy a player from a specific club, especially when they're big clubs, that big club will want to get a replacement. So, it's more than just go and give the money. Okay, that's enough. But they would then have to make sure there's a replacement coming in. So that is also a problem. And I hate the window. It's so short. A lot has to happen. It all has to happen in the right way as well. So it is an absolute nightmare. I don't like it. Couldn't care less at that point. Fair enough, mate. Away to beat Fleetwood on Saturday. Easy Fleetwood win. Well, hopefully for you, mate, you get a Carlisle win. Big up to Dean, saying afternoon, mate. I'm looking forward to a competition we are actually doing well in. Yes. That's always good, isn't it? That's kind of that's always good. Just beg Williams some scraps free at the back. Go more attacking with 4 at the back. Can we expect a transfer show next week? I expect one. Next week I expect a transfer show. It's what I'll be honest. So everyone listening out there, I am not going to do a transfer show where I just talk about what's in the news. I don't feel that's fair. Arsenal fans, we all want a signing. We all know we need signings. I'm not going to put out false hope. So next week, I expect to do one, just because I feel that next week something will happen. The wheels are in motion now, and it kind of tells me that next week is going to be important. So I'm just not going to give people false hope. I know a lot of content creators do shows literally every day, and all they're doing is teasing fans, in my opinion, and I don't like that, because right now we know what we need, so it's just not fair. Lille undefeated in 21 games before yesterday, but we haven't played. No, still haven't. You haven't played anyone, mate. I haven't seen you play Morecambe. You haven't played Gateshead. You just haven't played anyone, mate. Remember, fans told me we don't. Wild X Barrow, he's going to progress Fleetwood up and will get promoted with them next season. Arsenal will sign signatures. We will sign someone. I guarantee one. There may be 2. Who knows? Big ups to 130 people currently watching. Right, let's get on to talk about the form guides of both teams. Obviously, we unfortunately know how we're getting on. Look, We're undefeated in the last 5, so that's a positive. It's just the performances. But we'll move on from that. To be honest, Dynamo Zagreb aren't doing very well themselves. They are third in their league, but they are having quite a blip. They did win their last league game against Varazden. No idea how to say some of these names, I'll be honest. But other than that, they've only had 1 win in 5, so they're not exactly in form. Obviously, tonight in the dugout is one of the centre backs that I've loved for many years. Will be the manager of Dinamo Zagreb in Fabio Cannavaro. It's going to be very weird to see him at the Emirates, not in a shirt. So yeah, obviously I do wish that we absolutely annihilate him. But it's nice to see Fabio Cannavaro at the Emirates tonight, in my opinion. Hang on, Sesko or Cunha, interesting options. It could be both. If the prices are right, it could be both, not just one or the other. Personally, at the moment, I would say Sesko's in pole position. Cunha, there's many teams involved with that. Chelsea are coming in, Forest are coming in, Man United might come in for him as well, depending on who goes. So yeah, there's a lot with Cunha. Sesko, pretty much just us, if I'm honest. I'll say more once that situation is dealt with. But until then, I can't say anything else about Sesko. But yeah, I was on Wind Up last night using all rival haters' comments from all season Liverpool were full after Klopp, who slot, etc. Don't blame me, mate. It's ridiculous, isn't it? No respect for Arne Slot. But yeah, so that's the form guide. As I said, they are in third in their league. They've won 8, drawn 5, lost 5. Goals scored per game for them is 1.9 compared to Arsenal's of 2. Goal conversion for themselves is 12% compared to ours of 14%. Goals conceded per game for Zagreb is 1.3 compared to ours 1. Chances created per game for them is 3.1 compared to ours 3.3. 5 clean sheets for Dinamo Zagreb compared to our 7. At home, we have won 7, drawn 4, lost 0 in the league. Obviously, this is Champions League, so I do this slide a bit pointless, but it tells you how they're kind of doing at home and away. In their own domestic league. This is obviously important, but obviously bear in mind this is within their league. So average possession for Dinamo Zagreb in their game, so they are possession-based team, 60.3%. XG for them is 36.1. Shots on target per game is 5.6 compared to ours 5.1. Accuracy passes per game is 416.3 compared to ours 415. Actually, in long balls is 27.8, so they are also a long ball team. 18.4 for us. Actually, in crosses 6.6. So again, we need to make sure we shut down their crosses and deal with them in a timely fashion. So yeah, they look a dangerous team. Could be interesting. I kind of do expect an annihilation personally, but hey ho. Oh look, they've scored free kicks. I just want to score a free kick. Open play goals for them is 23 compared to ours 29. Set pieces 7 for them, 10 for us. They actually do score a free kick, only 1 in full fairness, but still, I'd love to see it. 2 penalties for them, same as us, and goals same for us. Injury list, better news. Saliba due back early February now, so he should be back for the City game. It is going to be touch and go, but he should be back. Saka currently is still late Feb. Jesus is out for the season. White is now a doubt. Tomiyasu is a doubt. Waneri is back. For Dinamo Zagreb, Sucic and Petkovic are out for themselves. Let's have a look. Right, let's just take that off. Let's see what people have been saying. Even Slot doing it now, saying we're not best team in the world, etc. You mean we actually have a chance with Sesko? Yes, we do, Dean. Very high chance as well. As long as we can get the right thing, and obviously Leipzig do need to replace him, so they need to sign someone. Now, for people that don't really follow the transfer window, I don't blame you. I'll be honest. I wish I didn't have to. They were very close to signing Okafor at the beginning of the window. Unfortunately, that fell through him failing the medical. So that closed the door pretty much. But now they're starting to look at a replacement again, which I think is doable because I know the player, I know the club. It is doable. So again, big possibility. I do think we'll get him personally. And once we do get him, I'll tell you more because there is more to tell regarding Sesko. Obviously, I talked about it last summer, so I am fully aware of the situation with Sesko. But yeah, I am fairly confident that he could be the one, but I'm not putting any money on him yet. But I am putting money on that we will sign someone. Zagreb got a new manager in charge. Yep, Fabio Cannavaro. I am not even going to think about it. It makes me feel sick. I'll be honest. Are they third in the league where they are the only proper team? No, to be fair, you know what? The Croatian League is, and I'm going to say this, and I'll be honest. A lot of our teams, City, United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham, Brighton, Brentford, we all scout that league for their youth. Their youth is incredible. So to be fair, yes, they sell a lot of their players, to the bigger clubs. Of course they do. But I'd say it's like between 4 or 5 clubs. So it's an interesting one. They're not a great team, but they're decent. There are a couple of players that I think, you know what, that could be worth a gamble. And there's that's what you do with like teams like Zagreb. You just take a gamble on them. You're not going to pay a lot, 10 to 15 million, and hopefully it pans out, and then you'll make a big profit, or you've got one hell of a player on your hands. So yeah, it's quite a good league, to be fair. It's just not one that's not talked about a lot here, obviously. Arsenal need more than just a striker. 100% agree. Without doubt, mate. I prefer Sesko, to be honest. Let's have more natural players in their positions instead of all this inverted nonsense. Totally agree. Big up to the Geeks. Hey, Bobby. Look forward to the game tonight. 3-0 Arsenal. Tricky match, but I think the team will be liberated with their play. I do hope so. Thoughts on Fabregas at Como? Future Arsenal boss? In my opinion, yes. I think he will be. Can't guarantee when, but I do think he'll be a future Arsenal boss. Any chance of a certain Mr. Bergkamp being given role? Not really. He's more tempted with ownership. Yeah, he's got a group at the moment who are trying to buy a club. So I think he'll want to go down that route. We'll wait and see. I don't think we will at the moment. But yeah. Cannavaro, one of the best ever defenders, shows height doesn't matter. Yes, doesn't matter. He is he was quality, absolute quality. That's why I just honestly, when it comes to Italian defenders, they're just sublime. Like Bastoni, I do think people turn their nose at Bastoni at the moment, and I think he's quality. I love Bastoni. Yes, he makes some challenges, makes some errors, but you can get that out of him. There are some brilliant players. Tomori, I don't know I know he's English, but he just looks quality as well. I don't get why people aren't going for him personally. Good news regarding Saliba and Saka return, shorter than I expected. The Saka one might change, but currently it still is late Feb. I update when I get told, which, to be honest, is every about 2 or 3 days. So it's not exactly a long wait. So yeah, hopefully Saliba gets back for the City game. I feel it's essential that we get Saliba back for the City game. Saka, we just need to make sure he just rests as much as possible, and hopefully we get him back. I still think he'll come back in March, but currently they're still saying late Feb, but I think he'll come back in March probably. Does that group have an Arsenal-sized budget? Because the Kroenkes will sell at some point. Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. They were looking at League One, League Two kind of team, but if you can get the big financial backer to behind you. Who knows? But yes, Kroenkes will sell at some point. I think I roughly know the time frame of that, and it's definitely not something that we won't see happen in our lifetime. But they will sell, and they'll sell at a very good price because Arsenal will hopefully be in a position where they're extremely profitable, commercial. So yeah, interesting. Some classy quotes about Arteta in his presser. I'm not the greatest fan of these pressers, if I'm honest. It kind of feels a bit Jerry Springer, Jeremy Kyle kind of thing nowadays. It's all putting on a show. So yeah, Casillas might go goalkeeper because of how small he was and wonder saves he made. Casillas, very good goalkeeper. I've always been a fan of Neuer. Neuer's mine, if I'm honest. Before that, so bloody many. Schmeichel I liked. Seaman, obviously, Arsenal fan, but so many goalkeepers, so many. I'd love to do a show, but I guarantee I would need about 12 hours to do it. Any news on White and Tomiyasu? Both doubts now, so that's good. So yeah, as long as Tommy just doesn't move, we should be fine. I would be excited by a signing like Diamonde. I may be alone on that, but it would be a decent Saliba patch. Yes, agree. I like Diamonde. Diamonde is someone that is top quality. To be honest, I'd have an Asio from Sporting as well, but I got a feeling he will go somewhere else. But yeah, we'll wait and see on that Asio one. But big up to 200 people currently watching. Right, let's get into my 5 to watch, shall we? If I can find a video. Where's it gone? Perfect. The video's disappeared. There it is. Yes, unsurprising. The fullback is in this. Look, I can't help it. They're the one position I always look at and go, "Oh, they got decent fullbacks." Rostovsky, he reminds me a little bit of Sufal. So try and do a comparison for you, so you can kind of work out what kind of player he's like. He's a bit like Sufal. I like Sufal. I'm not saying I want these players for Arsenal, by the way. It's just I know Arsenal's quality, but I also look at other players, non-league, League Two, whatever league in Europe. I always look at their fullbacks and go, yeah, I like him. Ariane Adami, 33-year-old now. He's a tough guy. If he's one of those players, if you're walking down a dark alley, you saw him walking, you would differently probably walk the other way. He's a tough cookie, he is. But yeah, good quality, hard-working midfielder again. Baturina, absolutely quality. This kid, I do think, will move on. Because, like I said, with these clubs in Croatia, there's always a few that they will sell on for quite good money, which will then they'll pump into the academy and go again. That's how they work. And it's just why a lot of Premier League teams look at the academies in Croatia, because they pump so much money behind them because of the profit that they make. But yeah, Baturina is one of those I do think will go probably in the summer. because he does look really good. He's quite a little magic maker in that midfield. Piaka, I can't remember where he played, but he has played elsewhere at a bigger club, but I can't remember where. But he's a good winger. Plays on the left. He will give whoever plays at right back, which I'm dreading to find out tonight, if I'm honest. That's my only fear tonight, is who will be at right back. But yeah, he will give whoever is our right back tonight a bit of a nightmare. And Kulinovic, he's a good, hard-working striker, to be fair. Now, obviously, without Saliba, our defence, I would say he's weakened a lot, but it's going to be a bit mismatched. Like, we haven't got the relationship, whoever partners Gabriel tonight. So Kulinovic may take advantage of that. Who knows? I have managed to do battles because I do feel that I kind of roughly know who will be playing tonight. So I have gone with them. So it is Party against Adami. As I said, you can see his stats. The Jaws 1 is 59% compared to Thomas Partey's 58%. So kind of on par with how Thomas Partey is in midfield. The goalkeepers, Neverstitch, not a good shot stopper, if I'm honest, but his distribution is extremely good. But yeah, he's not the greatest when it comes to saves, if I'm honest. A little bit dodgy. Top goal scorers, Kulinovic for why have I put Sandro? Oh, I don't know. I've changed their names for some bizarre reason. What's going on there? Is that right? Oh, I don't know. Have I changed his name? I have no idea now. I've lost all. It's just a Wednesday. Give me the weekend. Kulinovic, he's got how many goals? He got 8, I think. 8 in 18. Goal conversion of 16 compared to Kai's 18%. So this is kind of where I'll keep saying about Kai. Yes, he's not having a great time, but he's not doing that bad considering he's not a striker. This is why I'll always back him up because people just think, oh, he's rubbish, Yes, he's not a very good striker. I agree, but he shouldn't be playing there. So, the Magic Makers, Batterina, and now Trossard is the top assist maker in the Premier League. So Trossard has now got the privilege of being on one of my slides. But yeah, 4 assists in 22 appearances, 6 assists for Batterina, and 15 appearances for Dinamo Zagreb. Right, let's have a look at the comments before we get into the teams that people have selected, and trust me, they're painful. Marcus Edwards or Kubo could be really good signings on the right for Saka replacements. Weirdly. Now, I don't know if this will be true, so I'm going to be very careful what I say, but Leipzig are targeting one of the players that we have targeted for the summer to be Saka's backup or rotated friend. I don't know what you want to call it. So it's interesting because obviously to get Sesko, we will have to lose one of our summer targets. Now, obviously, you can kind of put 2 and 2 together and come up with 5. But I've got a sneaky suspicion that Arsenal might give up this target just to get Sesko in. So it's interesting. My alternative 5 to what City times 5. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to see a little bit of Zinni in the next few minutes. Juventus. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, that was Piaka. I had a feeling he had to play at a bigger club. I just couldn't, on the top of my head, I couldn't think of it. But thank you, mate. Agree with my thank you very much. I'm glad. Right, let's get on to your chosen squads. There are some interesting ones tonight, I have to be honest, but here we go. Okay, I have to score these with the thought that these are my friends and I do like them. And yeah, but anyway, let's start with the first one, shall we? Okay, Neto, Timber, Heaven, Gabriel, Tierney, Party, Rice, Havertz, Martinez, Trossard. Right. In all fairness, this one's probably one of the better ones. And I'm going to give this one a 7 because I quite like it. I do feel that Neto should play at some point. There is a high chance that we might cancel his loan before the end of the window if we have to get a loan signing in from the Premier League if things don't pan out. So I would like to see him in an Arsenal shirt at least once. So yeah, I have no problems with Neto starting, to be fair, because he's not exactly an awful goalkeeper. So that's going to get a 7. The next one, here we go. What the hell are people trying to do to me? Right, Raya. Now, I don't mind saying Tierney's name. Tierney. When he's a left back. This is like putting me at left back. What is the point? Tierney is left-footed. Left-footed. I think his right foot's about as good as mine. Well, as good as my left foot. No. But anyway, I'll carry on. Gabriel Kivior, for God's sake. Zinchenko, Jorginho, Rice, Odegaard, Sterling, Trossard, Havertz. I don't have a major problem with the midfield or the forward line. But my God, that defence. It's going to get a 4. Oh, God. Why do you put a left back at right back? It's just ridiculous. And then you're putting Zinni in there as well. God. No, 4. Okay, let's for God's sake. Right. Right. Raya, Timber, Gabriel, Kivior, Zinchenko, Lewis, Skelly, Marino. Hell no. Odegaard, Sterling, Trossard, Havertz. Oh, God, it's giving me a headache. Yeah, 6. 6 for that one. Next one, Raya, Party, Gabriel, Kivior, Tierney, Lewis, Skelly, Marino, Odegaard, Martinelli, Sterling, Trossard, and yeah, Sterling, Trossard. For some reason, I was expecting another name there. I don't know why. That is 11 blows, isn't it? Yeah. Did I miss someone out? I must have missed someone out. Right. Okay. 6. Everyone knows why. Party's at right back and Marino's in the team. Next one, Raya, Party, Timber, Gabriel, Lewis, Skelly, Jorginho, Rice, Odegaard, Martinelli, Trossard, and Havertz. I just don't want to see Party at right back. So 6. Sorry, I just can't deal with it. Next one, Neto, Timber, Rice, Gabriel, Tierney, Lewis, Skelly, Havertz in midfield, but I'm going to guess that would be like a 10, so pushing him up and Odegaard will drop back, which I've got no problems with. Martinez, Trossard, and Butler, Oedeji. Okay. I'm going to give this one a 7, you know. I have no problems with this. Nathan's the striker. Can also work off the right and the left. So, again, no major problems with that. Havertz being the number 10. Again, no problems with that. Lewis Skelly at DM. Funny enough, that's his position, so why not? Declan Rice being dropped into centre-back role. No issues again. He's done it when he was a youth, so he knows how to be a centre-back. And Neto in goal. No issues. So, yeah, 7. Final 2, Setford in goal, Timber, Heaven, Kivior, Tierney, Jorginho, Rice, Odegaard, Havertz, Trossard, and Butler, Oedeji again. Okay. Yeah, 7. 7 for that one. And the final one, Raya, Timber, Gabriel, Kivior, Quesada, Fawn, Lewis Skelly, Rice, Odegaard, Martinelli, Trossard, and Havertz. Yeah, 7. Got no issues with that again. Quesada is a young left back that we have in our academy. So, yeah, I have no problems. And he can play Champions League level. So, again, no major issues with that. So, happy days. Afternoon, Brenny. Saying afternoon, PP, and to all still not 100%. Well, hope you do get 100% soon, mate, because we're missing you. Rostovsky is double of how Kufu plays. Ademi be perfect security guard, 100%. But Turin could see him in Premier League or bigger European. I've seen him for years. Kulinovic, better version of Nunes. Yeah, pretty much, yeah, to be honest. pretty much. Raya Timber, Cavil, Gabriel, Tierney, Rice. I was worried there because I just saw Ziddy. Ziddy, Odegaard, Martinelli goes first. Trossard, 4-0 defeat, sadly. To be fair, mate, if that was our team tonight, that's an 8. If that was our team tonight, I have no issues with this. However, Temi. Neto, Nichols. To be fair, Nichols is out, so I'd hate to see him play. Kakuri, Kivior, Zini, Danielson, Ceballos, Torreira, Chavinho, Pachu, Young, and Bentner. To me, was such a big wind up. Big up to Breddies from Nick. Would it be better to keep Party in the middle and put Marino at right back? So yeah. Dean, I don't mean to be rude. I don't mean to be rude to you because I'm not going to be rude to you. I'd rather Party was a right back, was it in midfield, and we didn't have a right back. Than having Marino there. No, there is better ways of doing this. We have got what's his name? I think it's Jimmy Gower. We've got James Sweet. There's a couple of youngsters we still have that we can use that are registered with the Champions League, so we can play them. But there's other ways of doing it as well. Like someone put Timber at right back and put Rice at centre back. Absolutely no problem with that. Rice is a very good centre back. He that's how he was when he was at youth academy, and they just moved him into midfield. So yeah, I have absolutely no problem with that whatsoever. But just Marino, I just don't want to see in the team. I really don't. He would struggle so badly against a winger. Absolutely, he'd be annihilated. He's so slow. I'm just not the greatest fan of him right now. Alternative Queens 5-0 City hat-trick. Arsenal will still play strongest team more than Liverpool in all games this season, of course, depending on cup draws. 200%. I would kill Marino at right back, and I can't do 5 keep-your-fees. I would play with Rice at centre back, Timber right back, and Party at CDM. 100%. Toby saying big up to Brenny. Right. Got a funny story about this, but it is challenge time. Okay, so for the first time ever, this was meant to be a retro challenge. However, I got a call from both participants for the retro, and they said, I don't know even who this player is. So I had to scrap it. So it is now the current Dinamo Zagreb squad against the Arsenal Dinamo Zagreb squad, because the two people that participated for the challenge couldn't do the retro challenge. And I felt it was not fair for you have to do it when they couldn't do it. And bear in mind, one of these people does actually represent Dinamo Zagreb as well, and he struggled. So yeah, we're gonna scrap the retro and we're gonna do normal challenge tonight. So it is the normal team. So the Dinamo Zagreb team up against the Arsenal team. So but yeah, Bobby, just don't assume too. I'll be honest, mate. I would not be upset. I'm sure some people would be. I would not be upset to see him be sold in the summer. I'll be honest. I just don't feel we're the right team at all for him. I don't think we're the right league, if I'm honest. There were warning signs when he played for Newcastle, but obviously you kind of got to allow that different time in his career and all that kind of stuff. So you do have to bear that in mind. But right now, I just feel that he's just not made for the Premier League. Some players just aren't, and it doesn't make him a bad player. He's not a bad player, but he is nowhere near the pace that we need, because we don't need someone that, we've got, I wouldn't say 10 Ferraris, but I might as well compare a Ferrari to one Skoda. It's just... You can always notice when he's got the ball, because all of a sudden I'm pressing Sky thinking we're in pause. Zinian left 8 role makes sense, suits him 100%, but we won't ever do it. That's the thing. Arteta won't do this. Different coach, maybe he would give it a go. I'm not saying he would, but yeah. The whole Zagreb equals an auto fail. I am not going to be that harsh tonight. I will guarantee you no Zagreb player will be an auto fail. No Zagreb. I won't allow it because it is quite hard, to be fair, because a lot of people just don't know who they are, and that's fine. So Chris has gone with Rare, Rostovsky, Rice as a centre back, Gabriel, Timber at left back, Ademi, Lewis Skelly as the number 8. Interesting. Baturina, Trossard, Kulinovic, and Piaka. I'm going to have to say maximum score for this just because of the quality of what we've got in squad wise and what they've got. I'm going to have to say maximum score of 7. I feel that is the highest I can go because obviously Arsenal are struggling with squad size and Dinamo Zagreb haven't got the greatest players in the world. So I think maximum 7, if I'm honest. So yeah. And to be honest, Chris, you've gone for a 7 anyway. So well done, mate. Marino is Sauber of F1. Yeah. This season he is, yeah. Because obviously Sauber are probably one of the worst teams this year. But yeah, 100%. We're just starting with that already. I just think it's fair. But yeah, thank you, mate. It's just really hard to give a higher score than that. It's Arsenal versus Dinamo Zagreb. If it was a top quality Arsenal with everyone fit, then probably an 8. But yeah, I've got to mark us down 1 for a change. So party at 6 and lose Marino a baggage claim when they reach next week. Yes. I am so for that. And funny enough, the window's open. So maybe we could sell him. The window doesn't close to the 3rd of Feb. So yeah, I'm all up for that. But no, Chris, well done. 7. Right. Let's see what the two. I do feel sorry for these because they really did struggle with the retro. But they did partake in this one. Kakuri is 90 in the loot leader of the Arsenal team. Kakuri is. I just want to see him. I want to be able to say Maldini. I so badly want to say it. It's been a dream to say that Maldini has played for Arsenal. So I need to see him. I need to see him in an Arsenal shirt. I really do hope he works out because he is a good defender. But to be fair, in the Arsenal team, it is extremely hard to come through the academy and still stay as a centre-back because obviously we do kind of buy centre-backs and we buy them of a certain age. So, yeah, it's quite hard to get into the squad from the academy. So, but yeah, I just want to be able to say Maldini. He is humongous. He's got a massive aggression. He does lose his temper very quickly, which he does need to calm down a little bit. But yeah, I just want to say Maldini. Arteta, 100% he won't. But I want to be able to say it one day. Zinni at left back is well. We'll get onto these in a minute. We'll get onto them now. I'm going to start with Nico, who did it. So I think everyone knows what's going to happen anyway. But anyway, Raya, Timber, Sinchenko, Torrente, Gabriel, Ademi, Baturina, Odegaard, Havertz, Piaka, and Kulinovic. And yeah, I think everyone knows anyway, let's be honest. It's not a shock.
I don't think so. No. I don't think so.
Yeah, sorry, Nico, but everyone knows why. Don't need to say it because I feel like I'm being mean. Right, let's move on to Josh, who also did it. Right, so he has gone with a team of Raya, Timber, Pierre, Gabriel as well. So the left back is Pierre Gabriel. I believe he's French. And you've got Gabriel, who's obviously Brazilian. Kivior, Stojkovic, Rice, Baturina, Martinelli, Piaka, and Kulinovic. This one I'm going to have to think about, I do like Stoskovic. But Pierre Gabriel's left back. He's not awful. But to be fair, what else could you have done? Obviously, personally, I'd have Tierney in the team, but that's just me. But I'm going to be 6 because the fact that I had to think about it tells me it wasn't a 7. So it's going to get a 6. Josh is going to get a 6 because it is a good team. But yeah. Apologies, Nico. Probably the Titans. To be fair, Nico knows me well, so I was surprised he went this route. I don't know why he went it there. When I got the shoot from him, I was like, okay, and I was like, I already know this isn't able to fail. Watch it, Bobby. Zinni would score the winner for us in the cup final. Well. I'll be honest with I'm not sure if we'll get to a cup final this season at the moment. And for me, there's no way he's in our team next season. I think he'll be sold in the summer. There was possibilities this window, but the price tag is too much for the team that wanted him. So don't see it happening this window, but I do think it will happen in the summer. Better in the last true defender to come through the youth. Yes, I think the way that you've put that there is perfect. I think a lot of people would say we didn't really come through the academy because we pinched him from somewhere else, which is true. I can't think. Yeah, I don't think there's anyone else really. The only ones that I suppose Lewis Skelly, but technically he's not really a defender. Sorry, but yeah. Bobby, not me. No, mate. That's what I'm here for. But I'm gutted regarding Tierney. This could have been the time for BRF to shine too. 100%. 100%. I'm so gutted. I'm so happy at the same time. But I'm gutted BRF never stayed. But I'm so thankful he's gone to Monaco. So I get to enjoy him in a team that I enjoy watching anyway. So, yeah, I hope he smashes it at Monaco. I really do. But, yeah, absolutely gutted that he's still not here because I do actually think right now is the perfect time to for Mika Berev. Even with Sesko coming in, they would be two very annoying strikers to play against because they're very similar in the way that they play. So, but yeah, as for Tierney, I know Celtic would love to get him now, but I don't see it happening personally. Just because I don't know if we can afford to get him to let him go. He will leave in the summer on a free, guaranteed it. But I know Celtic are trying to get him now, but I don't see it happening at the moment. I know they're still trying, but we'll wait and see. Maybe BRF returns to Arsenal someday. Yes, hopefully within an Arsenal shirt, because I do feel if he comes back in a Monaco shirt, I've got a feeling he might score. And it's going to be very hard for me not to celebrate because everyone knows how happy I was when we signed him from the Fulham Academy because I just loved him. But yeah, let's get your predictions in, people. I know some of you have already put yours in. I'm going to go with a 4-1 win. If we play the team that I think Arteta will go, I think he will go pretty much fully strength. I don't think he'll tat around with the team. I don't mind if he does. 3 players maybe switch out for squad players or even youth would be nice. But that's me dreaming. Let's be honest. But yeah, I'm going to go with 4-1 because I think we'll go pretty much full strength, if I'm honest, because we're at home and obviously at the weekend we're only at the Wolves. So Tierney is a fabulous man and a solid pro. Just a shame regarding his injuries. 100%. Yeah, I honestly think, and I've said this privately to other people, I don't think he's very good with the heat. I think he needs Glasgow. I think he needs that, like, for anyone that's been to Scotland, that chill factor that you get in Scotland. We don't get that so much in London. So yeah, for me, I just think he needs the chill. Because he got injured a bit in Scotland, but not as badly as he does here. But yeah, I wish him all the best because I think it's brilliant. Chris is going for a 3-1 to the Arsenal. Funny enough, Mika would have made a good Sesko replacement for RB's Leipzig. 100%. It's weird, isn't it? Auto foul means a shock 3-0 defeat, sadly. Tell me, I know what you're up to. It's fine. Arsenal above all saying hopefully 2-0. Okay. Geek saying 3-0 to the Arsenal. I expect Arsenal to beat Zagreb, Wolves, and Girona. Wolves are very, very difficult. 100% it's going to be difficult here. Yeah, it's going to be a tricky one Saturday. Obviously, guys, I'll be back on Friday to do the preview for that game. I will be back to do the reaction tomorrow. I cannot give you a time. Haven't got a clue. It will be sometime tomorrow. But yeah, appreciate it. Big up to 250 people currently watching. Really do appreciate your company. I always do. No, my pleasure. Thank you. It's always thank you, guys. But yeah, 3-hour reaction. Hell no. Hell no. I haven't got time for that tomorrow. It'll be about 25 minutes max, I reckon. Right, guys, I'm out of here. Speak to you all later. Take it easy and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.